Hello friends, hope you're doing good. In this discussion we will see how to set up Odoo in macOS. So here first thing is we need to install Homebrew command to before starting Odoo setup in your local system. So first thing is we need to open the terminal here. Okay, so let me open the terminal, and here let's say we need to check Xcode is installed or not here. So first I will copy this one and paste here, and you can see right now I installed this Xcode here, so I don't need to install this package. And let's say if you don't have that package, then first you need to install here this package using this xcode -select, then after space -- install. After that, we need to install the Homebrew command using like this, but I already installed this one also, so I don't need to do anything here. Then after, we need to add this path in this base profile file here. So to do this, we need to always copy this one, and we are using right now nano editor here, and you can see export path is this one, this local, and let me go to end of the file and let me paste here, and I'm just trying to exit from this file and save, exit from this file, and you can also see using the cat command like that. So successfully added here this line. Now let's say I'm going to in downside and we need to active that changes, so I'm just copy this file, this command, and trying to use like this. Now we need to install the git command, but right now you can see I already installed this one, so I can see here version, the git version is I'm using is 2.28.0, and if I go to here, then after we need to install here the Python library. So first thing is we need to check which Python version is available using brew search. So I'm using going to a terminal and just trying to execute this command, and you can see here it will display a list of Python packages including the versions also. And right now you can see by default this one Python 3.8 is there. You can also see this one 3.9 is also there, so you can also install this way. Okay, so we need to use this brew install Python 3.8. oh sorry So you can see here it's giving me a warning message already installed and up to date. So it's reinstalled here. If you want to reinstall, then I have to use this command execute, but right now you can just use this command brew install Python @3.8. So you need to use at least Python 3.8 here, otherwise it will always rise packaging issues. So you always remember whenever you set up in the server or in your local system, you have to always use the Python 3.8 and the higher version. So now let's say we created we already installed this Python packages. Now it's time to create a virtual environment, but by default you can see if you choose this one Homebrew install Python and Python version, then you can see here by default brew automatically install these three libraries pipes, setup tools, and whale. So you don't need to install separately, so that is the beauty here. And then after we need to create one virtual environment here. So you can see here how we can do simple using 3.8. then after you can see -m, and here like we need to use venv, and here your virtual environment name. So here like I want to set up my virtual environment in my root directory, so I'm using this sign. So whatever here I will give the name, it will create automatically one directory, and the directory created in my root directory. So like odoo 14 env, like this. It will take some time to create this environment, and it's successfully created. In case it's having some issue, it will always raise warning or error message. Now we created, but we didn't active that environment variable, so simply like we need to go to here. So simply we need to active that one using source, then after like odoo 14, then after bin, and we just need to use activate. So you can see now, like you can see here, this is my terminal, and now you can see here like I already active the virtual environment, like this virtual environment like odoo 14 env. So you have to remember this is the virtual environment name, and this is the terminal now. All right, and here like let's say in which directory I'm okay. Right now I'm in home directory. We need to first clone here this Odoo repository. So you can just set up your Odoo with different ways. So right now I'm using this GitHub repository directly, and you can also go to in nightly.odoo.com. Over there you can see the source code in different packages. If you're using Linux, you can have a Linux packages. If you want to use like Windows related, over there exe file you can see. But so right now my purpose is to create my system as a developer machine, so I'm using this one like git clone, like, and this branch name, and you can see here I have to provide this branch name. In case you want to set up your branch with lower or higher version, just you can replace here the version name. Then after you have to provide this single branch right now with depth 1, because you only get the specific branch only. You don't, if you don't want to work with other branches, then you have to mention this one -b and branch name. So right now I'm using this one, like copy and paste here. So it will automatically clone this Odoo in my local system in this directory. Plus one more thing is like we need to also set up this Postgres application here to save our records into the Postgres. Why we need to only use this Postgres? Because Odoo only supports Postgres database only. If you want to switch with the MySQL or Oracle DB or any other DB, it won't be work. So we need to install this one. So meanwhile you can also install like this. You have to just specify here the specific version. Recommended version is like right now I'm using in my local system is like PSQL dash version. So right now I'm using 12.4 here. So you can also use this one. And you can see here like 62% is completed, 65 it's fast here. And once we successfully successfully clone this branch, you can see Odoo directory already created in our local system, and inside this Odoo having all the file structure of this Odoo here. And then after you can see like we have one requirement.txt file is there, so we need to install all the packages to run the Odoo. If we install successfully, then we're good to go to run from the front end side, I mean in the browser here. So let's do how. Okay, again like we need to wait for a few seconds. Okay, you can see here like successfully clone that branch. So here like ls, and you can see here this Odoo folder is created. Let me go to there, first clear and ls. Okay, so now you can see here the direct structures like this, like there is a few directory and there is a few files is there. Now our motto is to install these dependent packages, but you can see here using cat command there are a lot of packages there like this. You can see with different versions, you can see like Babel like this. All right, so we need to install everything. So for that, like we need to always use like 3.8, then after minus m pipe install minus r and requirement.txt. That's it. So you can see here in this system already have this library installed, so it's always like ignoring like this, so it will give always such message. And some dependent libraries is not installed, then it's trying to install such libraries like this way, so you will have an idea. We can just leave this one here, and in our next tab I'm just trying to explain like how to create one role in Postgres side, like I mean the new user in Postgres side to communicate with this local system here, right? So here like I'm going to log in as a Postgres. So here you can see right now I'm in Postgres cell. So I already created one user, the name is Harsh Dhaduk here, but you can also create your username as per your convenient name here. So here you can create your own username, like create, sorry, create, then after user, then after Odoo, let's say right now I'm using as a Odoo, then after we have to use as a super user to having all the access rights. And you can see like successfully created this role, and right now you can see there is a 3 databases created. Okay, so this is the owner, and let me go to here. It's still processing here, and after like use the password for this Odoo, so alter user Odoo, then after like with password equal to not Odoo. So this is successfully updated this user, and we can also log in using Odoo. So we can also communicate with this Odoo as a user, as a Postgres user. We can communicate with Postgres side. So here like we created one user in Postgres side as a Odoo with the super user access rights, and then after like we also change the password using alter query. But if you want to add, like if you want to create in one shot, then you can just create like this, like user Odoo 14, then after super user with password is Odoo. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Like I execute command with the lower version of Postgres. So in latest version, like this, you cannot execute like this way. So this is the correct way. Like first we need to create a user, then after with the access rights of the super. Otherwise, you can just leave it as like this, and then semicolon. After you can also change the password like this way, like alter query. Okay, so here you can see some issue is there while setting the Odoo, and might be like 99 percentage like all the users having some errors like this. So you don't need to avoid that one. You need to always remember like why this is happened and what is the solution. So you can go to here like this way, and you can see here this is last command trying to install. So simply we have to go to here in Odoo, like here in the requirement.txt, and we need to find out that package. Like so, like this we need to remove this one, save, and re-execute this file. So now you can see already satisfied some libraries here, and now it's trying to set up this, install this missing libraries here. Okay, so you can see here successfully install all the required libraries. Now, like we already activated this Odoo environment, so simply we have to check whether it is working or not. Like Python, then after space Odoo dash bin, that's it, and trying to enter key, and you can see here like oops, like we found some errors like for this package. So we need to install like pipe Python 3.8 minus m pipe install psy copy g2. So now we have to always check like this way, and again like execute the same command. Might be there is a chance some libraries are not compatible with this environment, then it will always rise. You can see here one thing, module like this module is provided by add-ons found in web project. You forgot to add this adds in your add-ons path configuration. Okay, so something like if such error occurs, then you have to stop this service. After you like here you have to use like add-ons path, and here you have to mention like this only add-ons. Now you can see might be there is a chance like that error won't happen. Okay, so you can see here like it's running on this port like 8069, and by default like port number 8069 is there. Okay, let me go to here in the browser, let me open the new tab, localhost 8069, and now you can see like this database selector is creation form is here. Now you have to always remember this is the master password. Let me copy this one, and it's automatically add here first time, you can see. Then after like I'm just using Odoo 14 admin, and then after like create database. So once this database successfully installed, it means like Odoo's dependent all the libraries successfully installed in this local system. Now you are good to go with development environment, and your development environment is ready here. Now you can see this is App Store is available. Now you can just click to here install, and it will automatically install all the packages based on your requirement. So I hope like you understood how you can set up your local Odoo environment in macOS. In case you have any doubt related this installation, please comment below, and see you in next session. Plus one more thing is don't forget to subscribe this channel, and you have like different types. You can also learn more about Odoo here with different topics. So this is the main playlist, and you can see this are the sub playlist here. Also you can see here Python related and editor related tips is also there. And yeah, if you want to try to donate something, so you can just join this channel. And our next session is like how to configure this Odoo in PyCharm.